I was going to have, because I couldn't have a Nutella or a Ferrero Rocher,
Right,
I was going to have an ice cream. So I got some ice cream in the freezer.
Right.
But I looked at the ingredients, and my vanilla ice cream had palm oil in it.
Oh dear, we
So
haven't got ice cream in our freezer.
No, you see, I've got kids, so we got ice cream, but we can't have it. It's got palm oil, but it's also got vanilla.
Right. What's wrong with vanilla? Perfectly natural.
It is natural. You know where vanilla comes from?
Pods
of an orchid. And orchids are my very favourite plant.
Oh.
So it comes from a particular type of orchid.
I thought
the orchid was originally
vanilla
grown.
trees.
Well, the orchid is called Vanilla planifolia.
Right.
And it was originally discovered in Mexico.
Right.
So the Mexicans would have, because they're the originators of chocolate, I believe, as well. So they used to have a great life eating vanilla flavored chocolates when they were, but before cream was invented. And so they grew vanilla, and ultimately it was discovered that the places like Madagascar had a climate that was even better suited to the vanilla orchid.
Right.
And so Madagascar is now the main producer of vanilla. And the problem is that in the last few years, vanilla prices have gone up so much that it's a huge cash crop. The prices to the locals have increased about 300% over the past 4 years.
Do I know where this is going?
Yeah, deforestation.
Can I guess for a point?
Yeah.
Okay, because the world price in vanilla is skyrocketing because of the demands for vanilla, and one of the best places for growing it is a subtropical jungle type of climate.
Where lemurs live, and that's the only places where lemurs live.
So let me think. The species known as humans who like
good hand.
money,
yes,
and need money to buy stuff. I bet we are chopping down the rainforests and jungles in Madagascar to plant vanilla plantations.
Absolutely, buggering it completely, all gone. Yep.
Do I get a point for that?
You get 2 points for that.
So that gives me 3 points so far.
Yeah. And
so I get double B points versus your 2 Bs.
I've got 2 Bs, and you got
3 points. I'm going to win.
You're in the lead.
I'm going to win tonight.
I think you will. That's really good.
How are you managing to do this, Julian?
I really don't know. Well, I do, because actually, I started saying before, didn't I, that with the Malaysian peasant farmers, you can't blame them for wanting to grow crops, and with the Madagascan peasant farmers, you can't blame them for wanting to grow crops, and that's true. I stand by that. However, these are multinational companies growing 4.5-hour drive longs or long drives of palm oil trees. And these are multinational conglomerates denuding the Madagascan forests to grow vanilla and giving insufficient money to the peasants who are working those lands. But we can do stuff. This is the thing, we can help. There is an initiative called the Sustainable Vanilla Initiative,
right,
that works to do 3 things, I believe, to remind myself of those 3 things. They are improving and sustaining the livelihoods and incomes of vanilla households. So they're making sure that money from the vanilla plantations goes to the people who are actually working on it, and they can have a better quality of life and afford luxuries such as water, medication, and plasters.
Yeah, look, good sanitation and water. Though that, absolute luxuries.
Bloody luxury.
too
Yeah.
right. I mean, you're actually taking me back down to the time I spent in Africa.
It's the basics, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll tell you the other two things are increasing the quality of vanilla by reducing the early harvesting, because subtropical places can grow 2, 3, 4, 5 harvests a year of whatever plant they want.
There's a consistency. The days are equal to the nights, and the nights are equal to the days. Temperature doesn't vary tremendously, although temperatures are increasing.
Yeah,
and there's not a massive. It's not like in northern climes or extreme southern climes you get snow in winter and baking hot sun in summer. There's a temperate climate, isn't there? It's fairly equal.
It's good growing land, and so they can get crop after crop after crop. All they need to do is work out how long it's going to take. And what they do is they harvest the vanilla pods earlier and earlier and earlier and try and bring them on artificially. And this leads to increased demand on the crops and poorer harvests generally, and so they have to grow more and more. So by letting them wait a little longer, you get better, more premium vanilla that they can charge more for. So there's the quid pro quo. They're actually making more money by producing better vanilla. They just get fewer crops a year. But if they get fewer crops a year for more money, they make that yield back. And the third thing they're doing is to try and ensure this is the Sustainable Vanilla Initiative. Third thing they're doing is to ensure that child labour isn't used.
That thing that we don't like to talk about.
We don't, and we're getting back to what Britain was particularly good at a few hundred years ago. Child labour. Children were brilliant for working in the mines because they'd eat hardly anything.
They're small.
Yeah, really good for getting up chimneys. Okay, small. They don't eat a lot. And they don't cost a lot when they die and replace them.
There you go. We wow.
Because they're small, you can bully them around. They won't hit back like a grown-up worker.
Yeah.